Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Hallowed Halls of Hallowed Hill. Holly, a young historian with a fascination for the macabre, found herself drawn to the Isle of Wight, an island steeped in history and mystery. Her quest for the unknown led her to an abandoned asylum atop a desolate hill, shrouded in mist and surrounded by an eerie silence. This asylum, known as Hallowed Hill, stood as a grim testament to the forgotten suffering of the past. As Holly crossed the threshold, the air thickened with a palpable sense of despair, and the dim light flickered as though hesitant to penetrate the oppressive darkness within. The walls seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy, absorbing the anguish of the souls long gone. Undeterred, Holly ventured deeper into the asylum, her footsteps echoing in the desolate corridors. The air grew colder, and whispers of tortured souls permeated the stillness. As she explored the decaying rooms, Holly uncovered remnants of the asylum's dark experiments, archaic medical equipment, blood-stained operating tables, and cryptic notes hinting at unspeakable horrors. In one room, Holly stumbled upon a journal belonging to Dr. Elias Thorne, the asylum's chief psychiatrist. His entries chronicle twisted experiments conducted on the inmates in the name of science. The line between medicine and madness blurred as he sought to unlock the secrets of the human mind. Driven by morbid curiosity, Holly delved into the heart of the asylum, guided by the cryptic writings. The hallowed halls seemed to shift, trapping her in a labyrinth of despair. As she unraveled the secrets of Hallowed Hill, the tortured spirits within awakened, their anguished moans echoing through the desolate corridors. A ghostly presence manifested, a former inmate named Emily, whose innocence had been stolen by the asylum's sinister experiments. Emily's spirit, bound to the decaying walls, implored Holly to expose the truth and release the tormented souls trapped within the asylum's confines. The more Holly discovered, the stronger the malevolent force became. Shadows writhed in the corners of her vision, and ghastly apparitions lurked in the periphery. The asylum's grim history clawed at her sanity, threatening to consume her. As she reached the heart of Hallowed Hill, Holly uncovered a chamber of unspeakable horrors, a room where the darkest experiments had taken place. The walls pulsated with a sinister energy, and the air became suffocating. In the flickering light, she saw the phantoms of the tortured inmates, their twisted forms eternally bound to the anguish of the past. With a surge of determination, Holly sought to free the spirits and expose the atrocities committed within the hallowed halls. As she pieced together the final fragments of the asylum's dark history, a ghastly wail echoed through the corridors, a collective release of souls finally liberated from their torment. As Holly emerged from the asylum, the sun broke through the heavy clouds, dispelling the gloom that had shrouded Hallowed Hill for decades. The once hallowed halls now stood empty, the spirits finding peace in the revelation of their tragic tales. Holly, forever marked by the haunting experience, left the Isle of Wight with the knowledge that some histories are best left uncovered, for the sake of the living and the dead. Weeks passed since Holly's harrowing encounter with the spirits of Hallowed Hill. Though she had physically left the asylum behind, the haunting memories lingered like an indelible stain on her psyche. Nightmares plagued her sleep, and a pervasive unease clung to her every waking moment. Unable to shake off the relentless pull of the past, Holly found herself revisiting her research, poring over the unearthed journals and documents from the asylum. The stories of pain and suffering resonated within her, demanding justice for the forgotten souls whose voices had finally reached her in the deepest recesses of the abandoned institution. Driven by an unrelenting need for closure, Holly returned to the Isle of Wight. The air crackled with an unsettling energy as she ascended the desolate hill once more. The asylum, now silent and foreboding, awaited her return. Armed with determination and a newfound connection to the ethereal, Holly ventured into the heart of Hallowed Hill once again. This time she carried a relic from the asylum, a pendant that had once belonged to Emily, the spirit who had pleaded for release. As she moved through the corridors, the pendant pulsed with a faint glow, resonating with the trapped spirits. The tormented apparitions that once haunted Holly now seemed to acknowledge her presence, their spectral forms bowing to an unseen force as she passed. The dark history of Hallowed Hill unfolded before her like a twisted tapestry. Holly discovered forgotten chambers hidden away from the prying eyes of the world. In these secret spaces, the asylum's experiments had delved into forbidden realms, attempting to harness forces beyond comprehension. With each revelation, Holly felt the weight of responsibility pressing upon her. The pendant became a conduit, allowing her to communicate with the spirits. They whispered their stories, and Holly, now both historian and medium, listened with empathy. In the deepest recesses of the asylum, Holly found the source of the malevolent energy that had bound the spirits for so long. A cursed artifact, hidden away by the asylum's creators, held the key to the tormented soul's liberation. It was a grotesque relic imbued with dark magic, drawing strength from the pain and suffering of the past. Armed with the pendant and newfound knowledge, Holly confronted the cursed artifact. The air crackled with tension as she recited an incantation learned from the spirits themselves. The pendant glowed brighter, channeling the collective anguish of the tortured souls. As Holly uttered the final words, the cursed artifact shattered, releasing a burst of otherworldly energy. The asylum trembled, and the walls seemed to exhale, expelling the despair that had clung to them for decades. The spirits, freed at last, ascended toward the spectral light that bathed Hallowed Hill. Emily, the innocent soul whose tragedy had initiated Holly's journey, appeared before her, gratitude emanating from her ethereal form. With a gentle smile, Emily faded into the light, leaving Holly alone in the now silent asylum. The air cleared, and the oppressive darkness lifted. Hallowed Hill, once a beacon of despair, transformed into a place of solemn peace. As Holly descended from the hill, she felt a sense of closure that transcended the bounds of the living and the dead. The Isle of Wight, though scarred by the shadows of its history, embraced a newfound serenity. Holly, forever changed by this spectral journey, carried the stories of Hallowed Hill with her, a testament to the enduring power of both darkness and the resilience of the human spirit. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.